let's talk anime. Hello and welcome to Brandon's Discuss Anime, the Reckless Amoeba podcast all about anime. Woohoo! Okay,
We're back, bitches.
yes, except Andrew isn't here with us today, and instead we have a special guest. And with me is my usual friend, Brandon Falinger.
Oh, I'm a person. I'm here, or maybe I'm just imaginary again. Who knows?
Yes, and today's
Welcome all
guest,
three of our viewers.
yes, hello, running joke of 3 people.
Running joke.
And-
This is reality.
And the guy laughing in the background is our special guest of the day, Ryan Stokiel.
What's up, guys?
Yep. So Ryan, when it comes to anime, you do watch the occasional anime, some stuff in the past, but
Yeah.
you are a little bit more knowledge than our usual co-host of Andrew, correct?
I guess I haven't spoke to Andrew, but if you guys say so, then probably.
Yeah.
Probably true.
So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Yes. And I am Brandon Horvath, creator of Reckless Amoeba Productions, and we shall be hosting as usual. I don't know why I said that.
Why wouldn't we be hosting? Who's
Maybe
gonna...
Terry Crews will host.
Are you planning to replace me? Is that what's going to happen?
No, not at all. Unless stuff comes up, you're free to come on whenever you want.
That makes me feel like you're planning things to come up.
No, not at all.
Let's
Wink.
go hide that whiteboard now with all the plans on it.
Okay, anything been going on lately? Because it's been a while since we recorded or posted an episode.
Oh, is there shit going on? Alright, do you want me to start with my rants, or do you guys want to start first?
Does this have to do with any particular condiment?
No. It does not have to do with the condiment. Not this time.
Okay, because I just wanted to bring up the Rick and Morty sauce incident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can discuss the entirety of the ending, too, if you want. 'Cause that was one of the things I thought of.
No. We don't have to.
But it was good,
Yeah.
though. Go ahead, talk about the Szechuan sauce, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, but
everyone loves.
from what I understand, they only gave like 30 packets out to particularly McDonald's, and the lines were so long nobody got any.
What I've heard is a little different.
Okay.
Like, they got varying amounts, right? Anywhere from like 0 to 30 to some had like 50.
Huh.
So some places that said they were participating in it didn't have any sauce to give out.
Oh.
So you can imagine how pissed off people were.
And
Yeah.
people are selling them on eBay.
For ludicrous amounts of money.
Yeah, and people are probably buying them, which is sad.
Oh yeah.
That's-
I mean, what was it? Fucking what's his name?
Look that up.
The Cinema Snob. He
Oh, yeah.
literally bought one online.
Really?
Yes.
I must have missed that episode.
Yeah, it came out, I think, Friday. Yeah, it came out yesterday. So, yeah, no, he did one where he tried it out. And he's like, it just tastes like Szechuan sauce. Doesn't taste any different from any other Szechuan sauce.
Oh my god. There's one going now for $200, but has 0 bids.
I am not surprised, because scalpers love to do this shit. Because the minute they see the word limited time offer, they get as much of that as they can and sell it for ridiculous costs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did hear they're going to make it a little bit more of a normal limited time release than just like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, the minute you do 1 or 2 days from a marketing standpoint, it's gonna backfire. Because there's gonna be lines in droves. You're not gonna have enough. 1 or 2 days is a ridiculously short amount of time for something like this.
Yeah.
You need to make it at least a week.
That's like Starbucks had that unicorn coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend works there at she worked at the one in Quakertown. They were supposed to get enough for an entire week, and they ran out in like 12 hours.
Oh.
It does not
Oh.
surprise me when people do
Supply.
one-day only stuff, because there's never enough
Yeah.
product to meet demand.
Mm-hmm. You guys see the Reptar bars?
Yeah, I saw those. I'm
No.
very curious.
My friend got a couple.
Were they
FYE
any good?
and FYE
Oh.
is selling them.
Oh, FYE.
Yeah, from the 90s. Remember that place?
Our old standby for taco-flavored chocolate.
Yes.
What? That sounds disturbing.
It
I thought you-
exists.
I've had, like-
Ryan, I thought you said you listened to the podcast. You must have missed that episode.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
and the other thing you wanted to discuss, Brandon.
Alright, so, Orion, I know you're a gamer, okay?
Hmm.
How you feel about loot boxes?
They're all right. I've never got any.
Yeah,
so
I'm
that's
not-
why you have no opinion on them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
I,
much of a. Sorry.
They I don't know. It's cool, I guess. Like you get shirts and buttons and stuff, but
But what happens when those items give you an inherent advantage over people?
Oh.
I don't know.
You get a blaster that insta-kills people. And you can only
Oh.
get it through the loot box.
Oh.
I'd probably get it then.
Yeah, but it's random. You don't have a guaranteed chance to get one.
Even more. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're coming. A lot of people are coming under fire about this shit, and people aren't happy about it. So EA is getting upset. Warner Brothers is getting pissed off because people are getting up in their face about these loot boxes and about the bullshit that they're trying to pull.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Like well, isn't some of them have those where you get a special box? Like I forget what loot box company does that, but some people who are subscribers to them have a chance to get like an extra like special loot box.
I'm actually talking like within games, like the loot box mechanics, not like subscription service for loot box.
Oh wow.
Oh. I thought you were
Oh.
talking about that too.
So did I. All right. Like Destiny?
Like
Or
Destiny's
you
loot
mean
boxes,
like
Shadow of War's loot
Overwatch?
boxes, Overwatch
Shadow
loot
of War?
boxes.
I'm not gonna buy because of that.
Yeah, what was the other one? The other one I was thinking of was the one that just came out, or is about to. Not Shadow of War, Battlefront 2.
Wait, they're gonna have loot boxes?
Oh yeah,
Wow. I don't know if I'm gonna get that or not.
and theirs is
That
probably the most scummy, just because
Advanced.
like you can get these skill cards right out of
Uh-huh.
loot boxes, and they have tiers for what those cards can be. For instance, let's say you're Boba Fett. You have this ability that launches you up into the air, and when you drop back down after firing off a bunch of missiles, you take fall damage, right? One of
Mhm.
these cards can limit that fall damage. So the base one is like 50%, and you can scale that up to potentially 100% fall damage reduction.
That's yeah.
So you have to pay money to get these cards. You have
And
to.
then there's tiers. Like
And you can look. I'll give them this. You can craft them, but the thing is, how much of this currency that you need to upgrade them without paying is
mhm.
drip fed to you, and how much are you actually going to get in the game?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
ridiculous.
Like it's insane. Some
Like-
of these things.
That's why I play Halo 5. They have loot boxes, but it's like Overwatch where none of them affect the gameplay. It's
Mhm.
all cosmetic.
Yeah, but
That's
when it
that
comes
I
to
don't
that,
mind.
yeah, and when it comes to that, I'm perfectly fine with it. It's
Yeah.
I don't care because
But-
then if you want the things,
Then it's
sure.
just pay to win.
Yeah, because now, at that point, EA Battlefront 2 is pay to win. Shadow of War is ridiculous because you have permanent losses of things that you can get in those loot boxes. And
Wow.
from what I
And that's-
understand, potentially by endgame, you basically need to grind ridiculously, or you need to pay for loot boxes.
That's nuts.
Stupid.
And that's a single player game.
It is a single-player game.
So why even have loot boxes?
Well, if you want to get right down to it, it's basically the company, in this case Warner Brothers, saying, I want more money.
Yeah.
Like, you're paying for a full-priced $60 game, and here they are throwing in more shit.
Yeah, that's...
To, like,
Yeah.
plus, if you want to get down to, like, the whole ideas of gambling and shit, that's basically what you're doing, is gambling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's,
Yeah, it's kind of sickening.
If they see what would be... How to, like, I guess, sort of solve that, would also have a currency to buy cards outright without the random chance of getting it. Just be like, oh, like 1,000 points for this card or whatever.
That's
like
possible. The problem is when they start tweaking how often you get that currency.
Yeah.
Because if you're only drip fed like maybe 10 of that currency per day, like when you log in, let's just say, and it costs like 100 to get that. To get that upgrade.
Yeah. I'm not a modern gamer, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh no, don't worry. I do have one last thing I want to bring up that you guys might or might not be interested in. So, Orion, I'm going to ask you because again, we know Mr. Amoeba over here is not the current gen gamer.
Yeah, I'm more PS1, PS2, and everything behind.
Have you heard what happened with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
No.
What?
Oh, people are pissed.
What?
So here's the basic lowdown, right? People decided that they wanted to go ahead and pre-order a collector's edition, right? And I'll just throw this up in chat, and if people want to look for it, they can find it. It's all over. But here's the picture that they advertised that you would get. Now, for $200, you're getting...
$200?
$200. You're getting like these LED gemstones inside a really nice looking case. You're getting 4, I believe they are actually like 8-inch figures. I think they're 8 inches tall. That look like they have really good quality. You get a deluxe edition. You get a tin case with it for the game, rather than just the regular plastic one. So it all looks really nice. If you wanted, have like a collector's edition with all this really cool like physical merchandise attached to it, it's great. Now, here's what people actually got.
Okay, what did people actually get?
This shit. Now the picture
that looks nothing like it.
It's exactly why people are upset. Like, you can clearly see the quality of the figures is downgraded. You can see the stones are absolutely, like, the Infinity Stones in here are completely not like what you actually get.
Those Infinity Gems look like eggs.
They're literally like half an Easter egg shell. Now, if you go back and look at the original advertisement, and you look at the lid for the box that the Infinity Stones are in, the reflection shows the actual eggs you're gonna get.
Oh.
So the question comes down to, is this gonna end up in a class action lawsuit because people are so pissed about it? Because it could very well.
Yeah.
Or are they gonna hold to the argument of, well, the stones are technically pictured in there through that reflection, like what you're actually getting?
Oh.
Like, that's the argument, and I feel like any judge worth his salt will tell you, no, you're clearly advertising these shiny shit right here. Ignore the reflection. Nobody's gonna see that. Because I didn't know about it until somebody pointed it out to me.
Yeah, I saw the reflection, but I was thinking it was just a reflection. But now that I'm looking at it, they're clearly less quality.
Box, when you look at it, like the actual box you get does not have a reflective surface there.
Yeah. The eggs glow.
They do glow. Like the actual eggs you got do glow.
They look like Easter eggs.
But they look like Easter eggs. They don't look like gems.
Oh my god.
Again, you can see the drop in quality for the figures. It's freaking ridiculous.
Oh, damn.
So, needless to say, this could end very badly with a big backfire.
Yeah.
Like, this is, like...
God.
And as far as I'm aware, Marvel vs. Capcom, or at least the company that produces the games, hasn't, like, screwed up like this before. So this is a first, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
But I don't usually trust this stuff unless I, like, really trust the company. Which is very few and far between for me.
Well, since this is an anime podcast,
Yeah, it's getting back on to the actual subject.
Yes.
Other than people being upset and angry.
Yes. So, and time for our title drop. Ryan, what do you think of the title Hellsing? What do you think the anime is about?
Hellsing?
Hellsing.
Hellsing?
Yes.
Like the freaking Monster Hunter? The Demon Hunter guy?
Well, that's up to you to decide. That may not be the case for this
That's
actual anime.
what I think.
And what does this person do?
I don't know, like hunt. I'd think they'd hunt like werewolves, vampires, demons.
He's not wrong, but he's also not right.
Yes. So
I saw it in Netflix. I didn't watch it.
Ooh.
I was gonna watch it because I thought it was about Hellsing, but I ended up watching something else.
I would recommend watching it. It's a very good series.
Yeah.
It looks
And I didn't see the remake other series Hellsing Ultimate, but
that's what I watched was Ultimate.
Oh.
So that's more or less the OVA series, which just drops it into I think like 6-hour-long episodes, if I recall correctly.
Oh, I watched the original anime.
Fine. They cover the same things. You just
Okay.
have a bit more padding.
Yeah. So, Hellsing, it started off as a manga that ran for 11 years in Young King Arts magazine from 1997 until 2008. And then it was picked up by Dark Horse Comics, of all things. I never knew they had a manga branch in 2003 until 2010. And then, like Brandon said, a few years after the 13-episode anime, they had a OAV series, which I saw had a really, really erratic release schedule of like months between the 10 episodes.
Yes. I watched it once everything was released, so I didn't have to deal with the erratic schedule.
Any reason why they had a very erratic schedule?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
And those were like normal runtime for a show, like 30 minutes.
Here, this is why.
Yeah, the OAV, as I'm looking here in Wikipedia, also has a very erratic runtime too.
It's
like,
OVA, not OAV.
OV. I thought it was original video animation.
Yeah, but you kept saying OAV.
Oh. Oops.
Technical difficulty.
But
yes.
Yes, it looks like it's because they started jumping house as far as like animation studios that were doing the series.
Mm-hmm.
Which I never noticed a real difference in quality, so I'm surprised by that. Because the first 4 episodes of Ultimate were done by Satelight, and after that 5 to 7 was done by Madhouse. And then I don't start to be episodes of the series by Genyon or Genyon.
Yeah.
So 3 different studios for this OVA series.
And as I'm looking at Ultimate, I'm seeing there is the main antagonist in the original Hellsing isn't really mentioned in Ultimate. Yeah, because I know the second half of regular Hellsing was all original stuff and with no correspondence to the manga.
Okay. See, this is stuff I didn't know because I didn't watch the actual series. I watched the OVA.
Yeah, but it's still the same concept, but it probably diverges in some points.
Probably. So, the main idea should be the same. So should we just drop the plot, or do you have any other ideas, Orion? What you want to throw at us for that?
I don't know. My only other guess, like, I just can't stop thinking of Van Helsing. So maybe
You're on the right track with that. I'll give that to you.
like
Kind of.
an offspring of his or something.
Closer.
I don't know. That's pretty much
Closer.
my only guess. It follows his kid or something along the lines of that.
More or less. So
Do they own a bakery shop or something? It's just about
it's made of blood.
This is demon's blood. Boston cream.
Would you like demon's blood jam on your toast?
And I'm not too sure if this was the same with Ultimate, but almost every voice actor had a British accent, and I just thought that was cool that they kept it in
London. You watched the dub. I watched the subbed version of it.
Oh, but the weird thing was the place where I got it from that I was watching also had subtitles. It was just a little bit weird because, like, I know sentence structure is different in Japan, but they would say, instead of, I can't think of an example now, but they would actually say some of the stuff in the first half of the sentence and would pop up later in the subtitles, and I'm like, wait a minute. So it was just throwing it off in my mind, like the text on the screen with them talking. So
that's actually kind of interesting in the way that, like, it makes you look at language in general. Is like, this is how it was in, like, the Japanese language. This is the way the sentence structure is versus the English structure.
Yeah, and they I decided something like Richard Montague, like the fourth king of England, blah blah blah, and then they had blah 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 blah, the fourth king of England, Richard Montague. So they would even do sentence structure like that, mixing it up. And I have no idea if the fourth king of England was in fact Richard Montague. That was just the first name that popped into my mind that sounded remotely British.
Wow.
I'm sorry if that sounded racist, but
you're insulting the British. The redcoats are coming back for you.
Richard Montague does sound British.
It does. It definitely does. That's like, you know, Michael Caine's real name is Maurice Micklewhite. That's
really?
The most British name I've ever heard.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, back
to Hellsing.
Alright, so, Orion, you were right about the idea of it being a descendant of the original Hellsing.
Okay.
His like many greats granddaughter, Sir Integra Hellsing.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is, in this series, he never actually killed Dracula, the original Hellsing.
Mm-hmm.
He brought him into servitude for him. So everyone of the Hellsing name is now able to control Dracula, or Alucard as he's normally called.
Yeah. Dracula backwards, yep. That's pretty cool. So
basically the idea is any kind of like crazy supernatural shit that goes down, you bring it, they go to Sir Integra or whoever is currently the head of the Hellsing organization, and they bring in Alucard to take care of business. In this case, at least as far as the OVA is concerned, it's technically World War III.
Oh, in the regular, it wasn't. It was just basically nobody knew about the Hellsing organization. Like, it was trying to keep it under wraps.
The Hellsing organization, as far as the OVA is concerned, it's like a secret branch of the British government.
Yeah. So it was secret in mine too.
Yes.
So is this set in modern day?
It is set probably in, I believe, what?
Or
Let me see here. Just
I would
check.
say the 90s, maybe.
Yeah, I would think the
Okay.
90s because cell phones aren't around.
Yeah, and
Okay.
since the manga started in the late 90s, so
yeah.
I guess modern day back then.
Yeah, so it would probably be like either very late 80s or 90s.
Okay.
Hmm.
But yes, the our good friends, the German Nazis, are back. And
Yeah.
as a video game player, you'll love this. They are not quite Nazi zombies. They're vampire Nazis.
Yeah. And in the one I watched, they had a lot of precursor stuff before building up to Millennium.
Hmm. Yeah, there
Yeah.
was Millennium didn't show up until maybe I think episode 9 or 8 of the OVA.
Yeah, and I think it was like either 9 or 10 out of 13 in the original.
But yeah, the idea being that we have three different organizations that are going on here. We have the Hellsing organization, which includes Alucard, Integra, and our brand new recruit, big boobied police girl, Sarah Victoria.
Yeah, and her introduction into into the whole world was interesting because there was this evil priest who was saying this human's life, you will let me go, you will let me resume my reign of vampire terror. And he said, listen, police girl, I will shoot you through the lung. And so Alucard kills Cirrus, but brings her back to life as a vampire.
It's like a fledgling vampire because she hasn't fully mastered her own powers.
Okay.
Partly because she never actually drinks blood until like the middle of the invasion.
And I'm not sure if this was in Ultimate. Was her humongous jumbo weapon featured at all?
Oh yes. As the abridged series will put it, bitches love cannons.
Oh, yeah, because this is horror, maybe a little bit of supernatural, but that was one of the only scenes I flat out was cackling at because they go, Alucard, this is your new pistol. It has like blah blah round, like 15 millimeter cannon with like metal tipped uranium bullets, and then they go, oh, and Miss Ellis, this is yours, and I would say Sirius is like maybe 5'6". This cannon must be at least 7 feet tall.
Oh, definitely. I mean, she's a vampire, so she has super strength, so obviously she can wield this no problem.
Tell me she doesn't keep it between her cleavage.
She doesn't. She can't fit it there.
Okay.
Like at one point, it's just like a giant backpack with two giant ass, like 7 foot long barrel cannons.
Yeah, and she's like, do you have anything smaller? and I think I'm paraphrasing that. She's like, this is too big for me.
The innuendos are strong with this one. But no, like basically what happens is that we have the Hellsing organization, we have the Nazis, which have just come back after having blue balls for 40 years, as they like to say. So this is 40 years after World War II ended, so probably the late 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
then Millennium, which is the Catholic Church, basically trying to take down everyone at once.
Oh, the Catholic Church.
With our good friend Alexander Anderson. Oh.
He and this guy and this will be a slight spoiler, he is a little more than human, because during his first meeting with Alucard, Alucard shoots him straight in the forehead. He survives.
And
His
regenerates.
his forehead kind of pops out the bullet.
So, yes, it's the idea of, like, Alucard's, if you want to go down, like, religious, areas, you have Alucard who's got, like, demon-like powers, and then you have the holy powers that Anderson has.
Okay.
So,
And another neat thing is Alucard fights with guns, but he fights with swords.
bayonets.
Bayonets.
I'm pretty sure they're bayonets. Like, they're just literally, like, the bayonets off of a gun.
And those can be kind of dangerous.
Oh, yeah, because he loves to throw those things.
Yeah.
Like, Alexander, he fights the vampire
Alucard.
Nazis?
Yes, he goes on to both. He fights both sides.
Both? Okay.
'Cause,
So he actually kills people.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Because they are sinners.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the Bridge series, hooray, we're saved, it's the Catholic Church. Oh no, we're screwed, it's the Catholic Church.
Exactly. Like, this, well, I mean, if we were to quote the Bridge series even more, if I tear off the head of a leprechaun, is it filled with Lucky Charms?
Yeah, because he has a Scottish accent.
Yeah, he's definitely got an Irish set of a name, but he is, if I recall correctly, based in Italy until the invasion of England occurs.
Okay, it sounded a little bit more Scottish in the original one to me.
He still could be.
Well, he could be. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying he's stationed in Italy.
Yeah. And I'm saying it just all depends on if the dub actor is different in Ultimate and the original. Because I know Crispin voiced Alucard in both.
Yeah. But the other thing, like, if you want to know about Alucard, the thing is he's alive because he's eaten so many people. He's basically using all of their souls as life force to keep himself going. So he has countless people living in there.
Awesome.
And if we're just gonna, I'm just gonna name off two other characters that are in the Nazis' employ, which is Rip Van Winkle.
Wait, from like the Fable, or is that just his name?
Her name, actually, it's a woman.
Oh, okay.
I did not see that.
Who's in a business suit, has a musket, and can apparently telekinetically control the bullet shot from the musket.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
So
kind of like what's his name from Guardians, who can whistle around his blade.
Pretty much, except rather than whistle, you just need your mind to work it. But you just see her, like, at one point in Ultimate, she's just laying on her back, got, like, her feet holding the ends of the musket, and she's, like, holding it otherwise just normally, and she fires it, and she takes down, like, shit tons of jets with that single bullet she shot. It just flies around causing destruction everywhere.
Why even have a musket at that point? Like,
Probably to keep the acceleration, I assume?
Yeah.
Because maybe her mind can't, keep the acceleration going, but she can just direct it.
Okay.
And then we have, God, what was the other name? One of the other characters, who I'm blanking on her name, but she's German, obviously. She has straight up a German name. She ends up having, like, the power over, like, hallucinations and shit to the point where, like, she causes, like, Ceres and all of the other people to just that are working to protect Hellsing to just, like, lose all, like, morale and everything.
Ooh,
that's awesome.
Like, there's a point where, like, they're just seeing a giant version of her ripping a sight through the entirety of the complex.
She just causes mass hysteria.
Exactly.
That's pretty badass.
Like, they're all terrified down there, and the Nazis can just walk up and be like, alright, we'll take over. After they get by the minefield that's laying in front of them.
Yeah, so this was a really fun series.
Let's see.
To me.
What's her name? There it is. Zoran Blitz was her name.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have the Major, the leader of the Nazis. He is so unabashedly evil, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah, I just love it when villains are so evil they're almost a parody of being evil.
And here's the other thing. I don't know if this is where the series, like, if this trope originated from this series or not, but I think it's probably the one that sticks out to me the most, is, like, this series loves its creepy grins. Just its creepy, sinister-looking grins.
Oh, Alucard's evil grin.
Even the Major, like, their grins are just like, holy shit. Like, the grin takes up, like, I want to say 25 to 30% of the face is just, like, evil, toothy-looking grins.
All the way to their eyeballs.
Yes.
Like...
Depending on how many Alucard has at the time, yes. There was even one point where his hat grew an eyeball.
What the hell?
I mean, if you, like, I'm just gonna drop this here in the chat just for Orion to have a reference to it. But yeah, there's one of Alucard's lovely little grins. He takes enthusiastic walks, if you know things.
Okay.
Oh.
Or actually, since you haven't seen Rip Van Winkle, here's another good one with her toothy grin.
Oh.
That's a little creepy.
Oh yeah, I mean, it is a horror series. But yes, this thing is, like, I swear, this is, like, the most creepy, toothy grins you've ever seen. Oh god. And, like, when we were talking about the Tanya series before, like, the grins Tanya gives remind me immediately of Hellsing's style of grin.
Yeah, I didn't watch enough Tanya to know about that, but I've seen pictures of that.
But yes, there are just some lovely, lovely grins in this one.
So, sorry, go
they
ahead.
have, like, the whole series on Netflix?
I saw. I'm thinking about the other series we watched.
It might be. I'm not 100% sure.
I saw. Yeah, okay. I didn't know if they had. How many seasons are there?
There's
Ultimate is
one.
Only one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then all the OVA stuff is probably out under Hellsing Ultimate.
Yes, 10.
Okay.
I believe they're all 1-hour episodes or like 45-minute episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw. Well, Wikipedia says they're of varying length, so one may be 51 minutes, the other one may be 45, but they're all between like 40 to an hour. So
that's how Castlevania was.
Which I heard is getting a second season.
I hope so.
I've heard people
really
loved
good.
it, and that it's been greenlit for a second season.
That's cool.
Awesome. So, Ryan, scale of 1 to 10, and I know this won't matter that much because you understand anime more than Andrew does, but do you understand what's going on in the series?
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah, and 1 to 10, would you watch it?
Yeah, I actually might watch it. One of these. I'm off tonight and tomorrow night, so I'll probably watch a couple episodes or watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
This sounds pretty good.
Yeah, you can pick either series you want, because I watched one, other Brandon watched the other, and so two series, 1 episode. Yay.
Okay.
Even though they were basically the same with certain points at the end.
Yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone. We did it. We did it, guys.
Yeah. Not a
Yay!
big spoiler. It's good.
Yep. So that does it for this week. Stay tuned, because next week we're gonna get even creepier, because it's almost time for Halloween.
Let the darkness consume you all.
Spoopy.
So, Brandon, anything before we go?
Nothing. Just looking forward to next week's. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our guest won't be around. So,
Well, secondary guest.
yeah, secondary guest won't be around, so it might not be as fun.
Probably not for you.
Yeah.
Mike.
Ryan, anything else you have to say?
Oh, dudes, I started watching this series called Gourmet Samurai, or Samurai Gourmet on Netflix.
Ooh.
And it's based off a comic, I guess. And it's about this 60-year-old guy who retires, and he doesn't have any hobbies, so like he just starts walking, and it's basically him walking around and going to eat. But meanwhile, he like gets into situations and he imagines a samurai, and like he imagines what the samurai would do, and then he kind of tries to do that. But like he'll visualize the samurai like next to him and talking to the person that he's like thinking of talking to, and then tries to attempt it. And it's actually really funny. It's all in Japanese, but it has subtitles. But it's really good. It's like the episodes are only 20 minutes. I'm like on episode 5, I think.
Maybe we'll have to cover that one of these days.
Yeah. It's live action too.
Oh.
It's actually it's pretty cool.
Huh.
And it's pretty funny. They have like the same like goofy like anime tropes where I don't know, they fail. They go to do something and they fail. You know, they like exaggerate.
Yeah.
And like when he eats, it'll like cut him like yelling, and I can just like visualize it like anime, like how they would have like tears streaming down their eyes. He's like, yeah, it's delicious.
Oh,
that's Japanese.
That sounds like a series we'll be covering.
Yeah, it's
soon.
It's really entertaining.
Yeah.
God.
So, and that's it for me. So, see you next week, everybody.
Catch you laters.
See you.